Greetings from the Black Hills of South Dakota, also known as Pahasapa, where the Native American Lakota people come to pray for the state of the world. Stan Gibilisco here. Prime elder of the magnates of Malarkey, fearless leader of the barons of Baloney, and the supreme intergalactic commander of the Sultans of Stupidity. You've seen this before if you've watched these videos, Fatberry Delight. Well, here's a little variation on that theme. For when you're not quite so hungry, it's a little later in the day, I don't have quite so long to tide me over until my 11 o'clock feast. Blackberries, raspberries, blackberries, paper, freshly washed hands, big white strainer, cold water, shake them up. Make sure that you get the water all over them so they're all nice and washed, and also it'll randomize 2 parts blackberries to 1 part raspberries. Actually, I think there are more raspberries than there are blackberries because the blackberries are bigger than the raspberries. Gee, sure learned something in my education in mathematics. Took 4 years of college and half of those courses were mathematics. Good thing I learned that bigger things, you get fewer bigger things into a fixed container than smaller things. That's pure mathematics for you, abstract mathematics. Now there you got your berries. Now again, you move the strainer over and you put the bowl in its place so you viewers can see it, and then you just take your hands. You don't want to use utensils because you'll injure those berries, and you want to have them nice and whole. Now there's no sugar on these, no condiments of any kind. These are just plain berries. And this time, because there's only so much whipped cream you can stuff in your face before you kind of get tired of the stuff. I guess it's that way with everything. I'm washing that, rinsing that strainer off. There's some berry juice, a little bit of berry stain left in there. Now you got berries. And that's all I'm going to have. It's going to be, I'm going to sit down at the table and just eat them. Just eat them up. And I will have, along with them, quite a bit of water. Just plain water to drink, just plain tap water. And maybe a little bit of this brand cereal called Fiber One, with maybe just a wee bit of milk on it. And that'll be it. Bon appetit! Well, I'm about halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way through these berries. Remember now, there's absolutely no condiments on these berries, no whipped cream this time, no milk, no sugar, no salt, no pepper, no sunflower seeds, no chili powder, no nothing. These are just berries. 2 little containers of blackberries and 1 little container of raspberries for a total of about 18 ounces of berries, and I'd say about 60% of them are gone. Here's my placemat, paper towel, napkins, more paper towels. Now the way to eat these things is to make sure your hands are nice and clean, nice and washed. Have plenty of napkins available. And then just eat them with your fingers. And of course, your mouth. Don't use utensils. I mean, for crying out loud. This is the caveman diet here. Cavemen didn't have these. Cavemen didn't have these. Cavemen didn't have these. Actually, cavemen didn't even have bowls. But I mean, it's okay to cheat a little bit. But cavemen sure did have fingers. I don't know, I guess they didn't have Brillo pads to wash their hands with, though. That's what I wash my hands with usually, is Brillo pads, because they get awful dirty. You know, mountain man bachelor hands get real dirty, and they gotta have something that'll clean them. Brillo pads will do the job. Stan Gibilisco signing off from part 2, and I'll bet you hope the final part of this video sequence. So long.